Hello boys and girls, this is lesson 11-3, page 375 from your math journal. Here we're going to practice finding the area as well as the volume of a cylinder. So the area and the volume. In order to find the volume, we must first solve the area and then factor in the height. In this example, we are given the formula for the area. Later, area is given the variable b because it is the base, okay, or area of the base. Okay, as you see here, b is the area of the base. So this b right here represents this entire equation, just to make that clear. Let's take a look at the chart on the bottom that we have to fill in. Okay, we're being asked to find the height, the diameter, the radius, the volume, and the capacity to two different cans. Okay? The height, we must measure the height of the can. The diameter, okay, measured directly across the bottom or the top. The radius is always half of the diameter, that half or this half. Then the volume. First we must solve, using the radius, we must solve the area and then factor the height in order for us to get the volume. And now here's a lesson that you might not know. But 1 centimeter cube is also, we also call it, you can also call it 1 cubic centimeter, is the same or it's equal to 1 milliliter. Okay, let's get that straight. This is why the metric system is so perfect, because we can go from volume to capacity, okay, from area or space of the container to the capacity, which means how much it can hold, how much liquid it can hold. Okay, let's solve. So what you'd like to do, what you have to do is first find the two cans, find the height, the diameter, the radius, and then to solve for the volume, use this equation to solve for area, and then factor in the height. So multiply whatever you get here, whatever answer, the radius squared times 3.14, and factor in the height. And that will give you your volume. Then your volume will be equal to your capacity, and you can simply fill it out down here. Can number 1, can number 2 in milliliters. Okay, next page. On page 376, we're looking for the volume of cylinders as well as prisms. Okay, so volume of cylinders and prisms. Here we're given the area already, so all we have to do is factor the area times the height, because volume equals base of the area times the height. So what is 10 times 8? 80 inches cubed. For B, we're not given the area, so we must use our formula. Area equals 3.14 times, which is pi, right? Times our radius square. Radius square is right here. Okay, so radius square will be 2 squared, which we know is 4. Okay, so area equals 3.14 times 4, which is 12.56. Okay, centimeters squared. Don't forget the units. Now that we have that, we have our area. Let's use this formula to find the volume. So we have our area, okay, area of the base, it's right here, times the height. Factor in the height. So 12.56 times 4 equals 50.24 centimeters cubed. And there you have your volume. Okay, continuing on. I will not go ahead and do them all, but you know now how to practice. One of these is different. We know the area, we know how to do cylinder. Okay, we're given the radius, so solve the base, okay, and then factor the height. Again, here, find the area of the base and factor the height, as well as here. Here is different though. We have a triangle. Do not forget that when solving for the area of a triangle, the formula is area equals half the base times the height. Do not forget that. So half the base could either be half of 14, or you can do this as your base, half of 12. So it's either 14 times 6, right here, 14 times 6, or 12 times 7. You have to have one of these two numbers so that you get your actual area. Once you get that, factor in this height, okay? Base times height, which is this base and this height, or base times length, or base times whatever you want to call it. But then you have to measure in this length, which they're calling height here. That's 3 dimensions. 1, 2, 3. Remember, one of these two has to be a half. These 4, A, B, C, and D, they were being called waste baskets, like garbage cans that we have. I've never really actually seen a triangular prism garbage can, but okay, we can see it and call it a garbage basket or a waste basket. Which basket has the largest capacity? Which means you figure out the volume, and the volume is equal to the capacity in milliliters. So which one of these 4 has the largest capacity? Please copy both of these answers, and these will be key answers. So the first one is C. That one had the largest capacity out of the 3, right here. Which basket had the smallest capacity? Well, it was B. Go ahead and copy those down. C and B. And just so that I know that you know this is the key answer, put a star right under it. Okay? Very clear.